Hello again. Today I want to show you the bits and pieces I had to make myself for my Yoeleo R12 build. Both of them are in the headset area and on the top side. The first one is a gasket. I don't know if this is really needed, but I saw on my previous bikes that there is a covering which protects the bearing of the headset for ingress of dust and water. This is missing on the Yoeleo R12, so I've made it myself. It's a rubber gasket from 1mm thick rubber. I bought this gasket and I just adapted it. So I just had to cut it to the right diameter to fit the inside of the frame and also the outside of this bracket. What it's important to leave some tolerance, so don't cut it just perfect. In order for this to move freely and engage the headset bearing, you have to cut it a bit more, and then the bracket will move freely. The other part I had to build was something to put on top of this. It would have been better if Yoeleo would have added like 0.3 millimeters or even less to this bracket in order for the cap which sits on top of it not to rub against the frame, and it doesn't rub all the way around, only in this area. So maybe it's just the varnish of the paint or something, but I don't want to take any chances, so that's why I've made myself another kind of a spacer. It's made from a beer can, so yeah, pretty easy to do. Measured, this is about 0.12 millimeters, 0.11 millimeters. So this will just sit on top of the aluminium bracket I just showed you, and under the, so it will be staying like this. I can show you actually. Let me see if this fits. Yeah, this will be like this, and then you put the spacer. You need to make sure that it won't touch the cables or the brake housing, so it won't cut them or damage them in any way. And then you have this covering. So the bottom of this covering usually touches the aluminium bracket. So either of them, if they were a bit more thick, it would have been best, because then the bottom part of the cap wouldn't have rubbed on the frame. And I just made a dry fit with my hand, so I felt that the cap rubs against the frame. I don't know how it will behave when actually I will preload the whole system. I will see, but just in case I've made more spacer like this. It's not a problem if it's cut like this, by the way. It won't move, so this spacer will stay fixed on top of the aluminium bracket, so this won't move around and they won't interfere with the cable housing and the brake. So yeah, I will come back with a future video explaining if it was enough or not, or maybe some post. But yeah, these are the two improvements I've made. One was really necessary, and the other with a rubber gasket which will protect hopefully the headset bearing. I think it's optional but still worthwhile to do. Just make sure also that it's not too thick to rub against the top cap. 1 millimeter is enough. It's just a bit under the lip of the headset in the frame, I mean. By the way, I've tried what Hambini suggested, to cut the steerer tube with a pipe cutter. I wanted to post that video, but after a half an hour applying bit by bit pressure, I still wasn't able to cut through. I've used a brand new pipe cutter from Yato. It didn't work. It showed some promise in the beginning, but still, yeah, I have abandoned this, and at the end I've used a Dremel. it worked wonders. I just had to attach an old stem I had laying around to guide my cut, and it was pretty fast. In 3 minutes I was done. Of course, you need to really pay attention to the carbon dust, so wear masks, use proper ventilation or a vacuum to take the carbon dust from the cutting process. Also, I've used the lacquer nail polish actually to add on just a precaution on top of the cut, as all cycles suggest, and then things are looking pretty nice. So I will continue with my build, and I will come back with any relevant information which might be missing or it's not available in other videos of other YouTube guys. So thank you very much. I'll be keeping you updated. See you around. Bye.